What is going on? Welcome to the show where the only bear market we fear is running out of beer. It's Saturday. Lighten up. Bitcoin has stabilized around this 84K mark. It had recent volatility with market dominance is dropping to 58.3. We're going to check in on dominance in a bit. Total crypto market cap remains under 2.9 trillion. That is a sign that does not mix with the sentiment that is happening. In my view, that should be a warning sign. There's two outcomes. It's either going to collapse or go parabolic. What do you think is going to happen? Exactly, nerds. Buckle down, hodl. Next up, we are looking at analysis expecting continued pressure from trade wars at least until April Fool's Day, when they throw some stupid joke online and say, we were just kidding, aliens are here. On the docket today, the SEC's first crypto roundtable. Shiba Inu is up 2.2% as the crowd goes wild. It's not seem like a big deal, but it is because it is a trend reversal that we have not seen for the dog in a minute. Japan's open house group, they are accepting crypto for real estate. Pi Network, is it a scam? Is it real? We talked about this yesterday on the show. It is trading at probably right now below $1. We're going to look in on it in a minute. Crypto IPOs are going to be the next game changer. What are they? Crypto company initial public offerings as they enter the mainstream market and go get traded on the NYSE. FBI is warning about the Medusa ransomware thing that is floating around. Are crypto companies going to return to the United States from their offshore vacation where vacationing was good, sales were full, money was flowing, and things seemed like they would never end? Enter Donald Trump to flip the script. Where is it going to go? Uniswap is making huge moves, and the SEC Commissioner Peirce is somebody who apparently likes the stoner cat NFTs. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Saturday, March 22nd. Welcome to the Daily Quest, because stats matter even when we have no idea what the fuck they mean. But we know what colors mean, and it looks yummy, except for the XRP, BNB, XLM, Pepe, Uni, Hype, Trump coin holders, Pi holders, and somebody is down bad. It's too low to even look. Bitcoin currently trading at $84,000, flat across the board. It is basically flat for the day, the week. The month is not a great picture. We're down 14% on the month. Ethereum trading at 1,985, down 27% on the month. Is it a time to buy? XRP trading at 237. When we zoom out, it is down 11% on the month. BNB trading down 3% on the month, coming in at 627. I think it's a buy here. I like BNB. There's a bunch of activities start. It's just awesome. But my favorite is Solana, and we're coming in at 128. We are down 26% on the month and the year, which means it's the perfect time to enter, but it might go up, it might go down. Just find shit you believe in, find shit you love. And I just love saying Solana. Who doesn't? Next up, Crypto Greed and Fear Index. It has just bumped down 2 degrees because people don't know what to do on the weekend, coming in at a 30 in the fear. We're not in the extreme fear zone, so all is good at the moment. Now, this is where shit gets interesting. Bitcoin dominance coming in at 60.49%. We are down slightly in the 24-hour period, but Ethereum dominance is finally on that bounce around. We have been waiting. Will it continue? I don't do the meme coin shit because I am not a trader. I am an investor. I have not been in a situation recently where I can afford to lose money. And the money that I do decide I can afford to lose goes into NFTs because I'm smart. You know, pick your poison. But the meme coins, there's no community there. And if you can find true community, I think that's magical. Critters Quest has true community. I'm really excited about Final Bosu and what they're bringing to the table. Why? Because they're new kids on the block that are pioneering, doing something different. They have lean, mean fighting machine teams, and their goal is to deliver over a long period of time. And we haven't seen that yet. And these teams are just fucking really starting to kick up dust. So I'm excited to see Final Bosu go onto the abstract ecosystem. I think it will be one of the premier collections over there. Now, I have top meme coins by market capitalization pulled up because in this space, when I think that things are going to rebound, I do think we are going to have this moment where everybody's like, oh shit, it happened. While I was sleeping, the market ran up, and I was not a believer when I went to bed. Even though you've been in the ecosystem for years, you just get into these moments where you're like, fuck, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? At some point, it's going to happen. Coin market cap is an awesome place just to flip to every moment. I mean, I come here every morning to look at it. I used to report on much more in depth into the meme coins, but it just became this PvP ecosystem that I didn't want to partake in. And I don't want to sit at a terminal all day and watch people race to get out before it hits 1 million, whatever the current market cap metric is for a success. Like, I'm just not interested. I would rather be in a Discord with a team that's doing stuff. I would rather be creating content for a team that wants to deliver good content. I would rather be doing all those things other than risking losing money. And that's what I've been doing because, you know what? Let's think about it. I think also when you don't have money to risk, you're trading out of fear. You might decide, fuck it, I'm gonna put in the rent money this time and just see it. I think I can flip the rent money so I can pay my grocery bill, my babysitter, and all this other shit. And it goes wrong, and you're fucked. I'm not doing it right now. I'm working and building and continuing on the path that I have been doing. But I do like to check on top meme coins by market capitalization because we see big movers, and these are at the top of the list. And Trump is, it's ahead of Shiba Inu. So 2 things I want to talk about. Maybe 3, DOGE, Shiba Inu, and Trump. 1, Trump's trading at 1091. I've said on the podcast that I am a buyer at the Trump coin if it hits $8. I will go in because I think it's going to come back. It may not reach that low. I just think it's a really interesting bet. We've got over 3.5 years to go. There's so much room to vocalize and inflect and utilize, AKA add utility to this token that he put out as his first presidential token. Like, it's a big deal. Next up, Shiba Inu and DOGE. Both of these guys have been just moving sideways. There's 2 things I think about with this. And Shiba Inu and DOGE. Let's take Shiba first. This coin has so many fucking wallets, right? Even the believers have kind of been exiting, but they still have an enormous amount of wallets in the ecosystem, AKA believers. Maybe they believe less than they did previously, but the diehard holders are not going to sell. They just won't. It's, you know how it gets. But when I look at the number of active wallets for Shiba Inu, why does that resonate with me? Why does DOGE resonate with me when I think of the number of active wallets? Because if a catalyst happens, the people with wallets are going to be able to go into action quicker than the onboarding metric. Now, this is what's also interesting. The onboarding has gotten so much better, so much faster, so much quicker that even that ideology may be challenging right now. And let's even look at NFTs as an analogy. When I look at NFTs, do we continue to see the CryptoPunks resonate and be this OG form, which I think they will, but these new contenders that are going to come down the pike, are they going to have the wherewithal to steal thunder from the mind share of the community? And that's all it takes. You grab the mind share of the community and you've got momentum. And if you are a solid team with goals and a plan of attack before the mind share thing happens, and when it rolls into place, if you can activate on it, you're going to win. And you are going to steal even the old like you are going to become the new thing. Time marches on. Okay? Period. There will always be OG things that remain OG, but mindshare is the equivalent of meta, and that meta is magic. So figuring out where the next mindshare is going to be, watching it evolve and develop. watching Final Bosu, this anime collection that's like this gut punch of Eastern and Western that's fucking awesome with IP rights and all kinds of plans lined up. It's awesome. Watching new gaming contenders like Critters Quest, where I work, developing a gaming ecosystem, post-token generation event with all kinds of interactive events along the way with serious investors that know what we're doing is legitimate. The people who chose to invest in this company and in this idea are heavyweights. That backing is a testament to what we are delivering. So I'm excited about Critters Quest. I'm excited about Final Bosu. What's nice about Final Bosu is they are going to be launching on Abstract, I believe on the 24th, which is 2 days away. And I'll even touch on this for a second, just while I'm here. So, because this is news, we're going to keep it news. You almost got me. Here we go. DEX volume today is coming in at $6.799 billion in the last 24 hours. That is a decline of 19% for the week. I thought when Trump got in, we would have this run where shit just went up. But as you can see by this metric, it has gone down. So that will change. And this is what you have to think about too, right? Let's look at it from a conspiracy theory point of view. If collectively, the world leaders, all of these individuals are keen into this metric, they were waiting for confirmation from all of us nerds. If they're finally keen into this notion that the digital currency is the answer to how humans will prosper, and I think it is, the decentralized age is the road to success if governments want to prove they trust their citizens and vice versa. It is the only way. If we are nearing this point where something is almost about to find traction and value, wouldn't it make sense that those key players that have controlled everything your and my entire life would kind of crash it before it really takes off, giving their friends and their cohorts and their countrymen an opportunity to get in before it was too expensive? And at some point, the expense will be so high that people will just decide, I've missed it. I'm not even interested. I will just choose to live on the downside of life. I think crypto offers this unusual opportunity. All you have to do is get in to fit in. Whenever you can, just start dollar cost averaging into this ecosystem if you're a long-term player, and you will win. But doesn't it make sense that these governments would try and shit the price, shit the bed, not add any utility before they decide, hey, we saw these crazy long leverage bets on Ethereum, these 50x leverage bets right before news came out. Like, what the fuck is that? Right? Is that inside? Whatever. It's just, be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in, altcoin season index. It is not Bitcoin season. We are right in the middle. We're coming in at a 27 yesterday. We were 25. Today, we're not going to jump into that. What does all this DEX volume mean that we saw? It means that we are down bad. Pump.fun has only launched 5,493 tokens in the last 24 hours. They're down about 45,000 tokens from what they were pumping out every single day previous to this moment in time. Now, the SEC has decided to hold its first crypto roundtable. This happened on the 21st of March, aka I think spring starts on that day. So having a little spring fling with the government and crypto, it's pretty nice. The event marked a shift from the SEC's previous stance on shitting on everybody because Gary Gensler is a boob. An actual boob. If you look it up on Wikipedia now, his picture is there under the word boob. Shiba Inu, it is up 2.2% as people shit their pants because nobody thought it would go up again. I'm not even going to jump into technicals on that. You can check the link in my Substack for more information. Next up, Japan's open house group. These guys are pioneers. Why? Because they will take crypto in change for real estate because they know crypto is going to go up faster than real estate where they live. They are taking advantage of you. Do not sell your Bitcoin. That's all I got there. This is interesting. Pi Network's price has dropped by 60 motherfucking percent. I am mining this on my phone as we speak. People are shitting. I did a report on it 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I have not stopped reporting on it. I was interested in the ecosystem, but so the shenanigans start where I think these, and I'm reporting it as a scam. These shenanigans start, and it's just a bunch of really sophisticated programmers and devs. And these guys have been fucking concocting this shit for 6 years. So we get to this point where they decide we want to add KYC to everything before we allocate, basically we're spending 5 years leading up to this shit. We've got all these idiots like me that are mining shit for the company on their phones using my power, my data, all this shit for free. And then at the end of 5.5 years, they're like, okay, TGE is coming, token generation event is coming. But before we do that, by the way, you got a KYC. Everybody, and that's, okay, so that's fucked. Next up, the KYC verification that they rolled out was ChatGPT. So it's like, okay, this is just horseswoggle. Next up, they figured out a couple different ways around that, other ways to verify. They did it, whatever, but nobody is convinced. Is it legit? Is it going to transpire into something that is worthwhile? What I circled here is that the community is about half and half right now. This shit's going to $10, 90% community sentiment until this KYC. It's like the cover started to slowly come off and you start to see these kinks in the ecosystem. And now when you log into the Pi Network, the minute you say mine, you have to watch advertisements. So it's like, it's all kind of fucked up now. So stay away from this thing. It's a fart. Pi Network, it's dropped 60%. Send that to the shitter. Trump's crypto advisor, Bo Hines. I like this guy. He is, along with Cynthia Lummis, they are suggesting, and I did a report on this in my Substack maybe 5-6 months ago, that people are now keen into the idea that we should start trading some of our Fort Knox gold reserve into Bitcoin while it is still inexpensive because gold is horseshit. Secondly, we have no gold at Fort Knox. They have traded it for who knows what. That's why they will not let anybody in there. So these are things we got to uncover sooner than later. Either way, if the government decides to trade gold for Bitcoin, I think that is fantastical. I believe my article was titled The $4.5 trillion government mistake. And it's not exchanging this moment our gold reserve for Bitcoin. So I went into a big litany of the expenses that are associated with Fort Knox and the 3 other places where we have large amounts of gold deposits and just the infrastructure that's needed to guard it, safekeep it, all that shit. It would all disappear if you put Bitcoin in cold storage instantly. All of it. So it's an unnecessary asset in my view. Then when you think about the asteroids that are floating around that we're getting really close to being able to tap into and seeing what type of mineral deposits are on those, what do we do if we run into this thing where, there's a fucking gold asteroid, like the whole fucking thing. It's crusty on the outside, but the inside it's the biggest nugget of gold we've ever seen. Then instantly gold is devalued. Like future forward people, we're going to Mars. Elon is going to have people living on Mars by 2035 or some shit. Like, you don't think there's gold in space? You're insane to think that there aren't wild mineral deposits floating around. No, they're just They're on Earth because they landed from the galaxy. So galaxy exploration is coming quicker than you know it. Bitcoin exploration is coming quicker than you know it. But the neat thing about it is the explorers understand that there's only a certain amount until Satoshi wakes up, which is not going to happen. But I love that argument when people get into it. There's something called Medusa's ransomware, and the FBI is warning people about it because it's an easy hack into your shit, and it is no bueno for anybody that is dealing with stuff. Victims have been extorted after paying ransom, part of a triple extortion, slammer, whammer, bammer, thank you, mammer. Stay away from that. There's more information in my Substack on that. Now, Coin Bureau's Guy Turner, he predicts this huge crypto market just to go up. He is one of the guys that is also talking about the likelihood of crypto IPOs becoming a catalyst for forward momentum and adoption in the ecosystem. There is more about this in my Substack. Crypto companies have increasingly moved offshore because Joe Biden and his clown show were being run by Senator Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler as the henchmen to do just horrendous things to the overall crypto market. They should be held accountable for their actions as crimes on humanity. Thank goodness we have been able to flip the script. Crypto companies will finally be able to come back to the United States and make innovation happen here. Put the smartest minds in the world on the most difficult task. A year ago, I was bringing up in my Substack that I thought people, if you are interested in crypto, regardless of your political persuasion, you should vote for Donald Trump, the pro-crypto candidate. Why? Because if a pro-crypto candidate gets into the White House, he then fills cabinet positions with people that are also crypto native. What does that translate to? In my estimation, crypto people are the brightest people on the planet at this moment in time. They represent understanding how things are going to happen in 5-10 years from now. You don't have to understand it today, but if you look at brilliant people and what they think and what they believe, and you double click and deep dive and really scratch the surface, you too will understand, wow, this is innovative. It's mind-blowing. It's transformative. And if adoption happens, it will change everything. Then we get a president that has just put the Bitcoin white paper in the Oval Office. The changes come. It has begun. We are going to see the market reaction to all this stuff. We just haven't seen it yet. Why? I don't know. Is it part of the suppress? Like we saw choke point 2.0, right? Like where bankings wouldn't allow crypto firms to bank. They also wouldn't allow legal marijuana companies to bank cash. I think both of these things are going to simultaneously change. I think legislation that changes crypto is in turn going to change legislation for people that distribute and deal with legal marijuana. This choke point where banking ecosystems have the idea we get to pick and choose who we're going to do business with based on our viewpoint of whether it's good or bad. The government says marijuana is legal, the cash is good. If the government says crypto is good, crypto is good. But we're waiting for these indicators. All the indicators are now in place. Next, we see the reaction. And when the reaction comes, where does it come? Does it come from new catalysts because of great UX and UI and easy onboarding? Or do these coins that have been quiet for the last couple years, that have millions of wallets already in the ecosystem holding small amounts of the token, do they get activated and become the lifeblood of the next boom that we're about to experience? That's what we have to figure out. Holy shit. Okay, so it's SEC, they're changing a bunch of shit. I spend time on the SEC website looking at all this horse shit, so you guys don't have to. I report on it every single morning in my Substack. It's free, but And I try and deliver the best, most concise information I can with no ads, none of that horseshit. And all this stuff, I look at it like there's awesome stuff happening. And I used to report a ton on NFTs because that was my passion, but the market fell off and people stopped believing. I still believe, and maybe I will start reporting on that stuff again because I think there's some movements happening which are interesting and it involves IP rights. And when crypto gets legitimacy, do we see the revisiting of all these companies who were looking at NFC chips and IP rights for their characters and their collections to go become branding things in the real world or in the digital world, which is even more interesting because it is coming quicker than we think. Uniswap, these guys have never stopped delivering. Their V4 upgrade is awesome. They just got $165 million in funding after their governance proposal for Unichain expansion happened. I have been saying that we are going to experience something called omnichain, where we get to this point where there's this one rail, and it doesn't matter what chain it's on. If you decide to connect to the rail, there's connectivity. And if you have a rail pass, you want an asset, it's on BNB, you have a rail pass, your rail pass pays for it. It's on Bitcoin, you pay for it. It's fuck this swapping bullshit. Like the UX and the UI is coming for omni-chain to make sense. So I have a rail pass. Any asset that is attached or touching this rail pass, you guys on the back end have figured out how to make it operate. So Uniswap, as they iterate and look at how swapping becomes better, faster, cheaper for them, and also a better experience for the end user, we are going to see these changes coming down the pike. And I'm so excited because we're almost there. And watching these companies as they're stumbling upon the next greatness, all you have to do is tune in daily and you'll see it. If Uniswap stumbles upon it and they come up with some back-end thing that every single company wants to adopt for their ecosystem, you were watching them struggle and watching them go from V1 to V2 to V3, and recently V4 just came out and it's kicking ass. So watching the progression of these companies, like it doesn't have to happen overnight. And if you're here for that overnight hustle, this is not the news information for you or the podcast or any of that shit. But if you want to know where we're going long term, this is a way to find community along the way. So that's what I think is awesome. So without falling under securities regulations, this is absolutely transformative for the NFT space, for our crypto space, for the ideology of what is possible moving forward. Just this decision will encourage those companies who were dabbling before to get back on board. Now, she suggested that the SEC may issue a framework clarifying that certain NFTs, particularly those linked to art or offering perks like memberships, are not considered securities. And what's funny about this, Stoner Cats is one of the best examples. I decided to go click on their site today, and they're still putting out shit, and it's awesome and hilarious. And their latest episode, you can't even watch it unless you have a Stoner Cat NFT in your wallet. That's what this shit is about. Let's talk about Final Bosu for a moment, right? There's an OG collection of 555 pieces that are going to be the pillars of the ecosystem. Next, they're launching an 8,888 piece collection on Abstract on the 24th. It will be the Abzuki of Abstract, period. It will be the premier anime #1 collection on Abstract moving forward. You heard it here first. Not only is it going to be that artistically, but by having these assets, you're part of this ecosystem that is building. They've been here since 2022. They're not going anywhere. Their plans are deep. Their roadmap is fucking awesome. And their delivery system is fucking fabulous. Man, they get me excited. They get me fucking excited. So they're launching in 2 days on Abstract, on this brilliant new chain that we're all participating on. If you believe in it, believe in Final Bosu. Get involved. They have over 100,000 followers on X. This is a movement. It is real. And you've been here like when everybody said it's shit, when it's no good, and you believed in it, and you just continue to put out content no matter what. Being steady in this game is how you stay in this game. Next up, final note, Critters Quest information is now absolutely everywhere. We have a daily Substack. I put that out every single morning very early. Go to beatbroker.substack.com. Sign up. It is for free. We have the Daily Quest Show that is Monday through Friday. It goes out live on X at some time when we feel like it. Next up, we are going to be posting information and stuff on TikTok very soon. We have been waiting for some of our gaming things to come into place before we start posting content there. But all of that is coming. That is some house cleaning for the Critters Quest community. Stay connected across all Critters Quest platforms and never stop getting updates. You can tune into our Discord. There are a bunch of ways to get into the community that all you have to do is be early. And that's what we're seeing right now, right? The opportunity to be early. If you find something that you believe in, that's what you do. And that's how we run with it. Y'all have a good day. Boom.
Down the rabbit hole we go, creatures gotta feel the flow. Riding rhythms here to stay, on the quest but led astray. Power up, hearts can dance, on Solana take a chance. Get on your quest, 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 with Critters Quest, quest, quest. Strategize, make the best on Solana's quest.